I'm inside and I saw Star Trek the original series, Wolf in the Fold. It is directed by Joseph Penvey, written by Robert Bloch, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts and we're following Kirk, McCoy, and Scotty, and they're having a great time. They're at like some exotic club, there's some nice pretty lady dancers, there's doing the dancing, woo, woo, right, all that fun jazz. And then a lady comes over and is particularly interested in Scotty, and she's like, hey, do you want to hang out? You want to go off in private somewhere? And they do that. And Kirk and McCoy is like, yeah, you guys have a great time, just have a good time. And it seems to be that there's a lot of people from the USS Enterprise hanging out there. They're having a chill time. They're relaxing. They need some well-deserved rest after so much work. And then a scream, a woman scream, and she's dead. And Scotty's kind of confused. He's like, what's going on? I don't remember murdering her at all. This civilization prides itself on pleasures, so they have no way to investigate murders at all because this is like the first of its kind, all pleasure planet. And so there's this ambassador though. They come from a different planet and they're like so intent on framing Scotty. You gotta lock him up, lock up Scotty, lock up Scotty. And everyone else is like, we need some sort of fair trial here. You can't just lock up Scotty. Scotty still insists on, hey, maybe it wasn't me, but somebody else, I can't remember. I remember being with the lady and then there's some like fog going on and then that's all I remember, and then next thing I know, they're dead. And it's like weird that this is happening. I don't think Scotty is doing the murders, but it looks like he is, and it's hurting Kirk because he's like, man, Scotty's such a good dude. He's like really good to the ship. He's like my lead chief engineer. And that's the sound of all the... Don't mind the sounds of the woman grinder behind me. That's just Scotty doing his work. Ha ha ha. No, but seriously though, I don't think Scotty did murder these women. What's fun though, Kirk's like, I don't think he murdered these women, but it does look like he murdered these women. I'm hurting, dude. I don't want you to be the person who murdered these women. And there's a couple of more chances where Scotty's alone with women and then they end up dead. And it's like, Scotty, looks like you did it. And then another woman turns up dead. And it's like, Scotty, looks like you did it. He insists on he's not doing it. Who could be doing it? Also seems to be that there is a murderer on the loose. All signs point to this creature that feeds on fear. Obviously, Scotty's not the type to feed on fear. He loves women. He's a little bit of a simp for women. And as shown in other Star Trek episodes, he just stands up for Uhura. Turns out there's this guy though, the ambassador. He suspiciously carries the same characteristics as the people who would feed on fear, like this weird thing that would feed on fear. Same planet too, and they start questioning this guy, and this guy keeps on implicating Scotty. Oh man, Scotty, you didn't do the murders? Oh, thank goodness. It was actually this guy. And this guy was so keen on just having Scotty just put away for life. And he just wanted to feed off of these women. They're a pleasure planet. But I feel like with this guy as the ambassador, he would have brought a lot of fear. And I feel like, what was his intention? By having outsiders, right? It was actually him doing that grinding machine, the grinding of the women machine, the background sound. Anyway, so I wonder what his intent was. Was his intent to bring outsiders to this pleasure planet and then murder some of the women and then cause some fear and so we could eat off of it or something? And then what's the end goal? Make it so these people can't bring anyone to their planet, but they're like they're in a great strategic place. There's like nothing in the quadrant like this planet or any frickin' planet at all for any matter that will help any of side. It's kind of like a neutral planet. There's a pleasure planet for anyone to come to. So what was the ultimate goal here? Like, I feel like this guy is a little bit short-sighted, this ambassador man, and I don't think he is a good ambassador. But I'm glad that Scotty didn't do those murders. It makes me feel good. And I don't feel like he has it in himself to murder women anyway. Like I said, he's a major simp. So, I like this episode a lot. It goes to show the different types of planets throughout the universe and the galaxy, or different types of people and beings living there. But it seems like they all have the same motive, which is to survive and to thrive. So I like this episode a lot. I gotta give this, this is a solid 7.8 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 Aditos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, go to Linktree, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So go here. And until next time on Mint Salad Sauce, see you later to my sour croutons and bacon bits. Boom! Beam me up.